friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Martha with Bird and Barn Designs, and today I am going to be bringing you some shabby neutral ruffles that I have created to do a ruffle pack with. And these will be in my Ko-fi shop, which I will link below. If you watched a few videos back, you would have seen the pink ruffle pack that I had made, and that one sold out so quickly that I thought I would make a neutral pack. And I think this pack will go great for like vintage and just shabby chic too, and just more neutral, so it will go with whatever you're creating. So I have called this ruffle pack the Maison de Rouge, and that means the House of Ruffles. And I created this sweet little tag to go with it. And let's get into the bundle. So I believe there's 16 ruffles altogether, but we'll count them when we're finished. So this is it. I had so much fun playing with all these ruffles. I have sewn and sewn and sewn for days. I think this was a little over 120 ruffles by the time I got finished, because I wanted to put multiple packs in my Ko-fi shop. Since the pink ones went so fast, I thought I'd make a few more of the neutrals. So let's take a look one by one, and I'm going to have my ruler handy here just in case. We've got different sizes. So this first one is a double ruffle. Oh, I got a little tail there. I will have to snip. But I used 2 layers, and this was a vintage lace curtain. And I just love how poofy it is and how soft it is. It can flatten out if you put it in a book, so it's not too bulky. But I just think it has so much texture. I just love that. So that one is going to be just about 13 inches. So that's our first one. And then we have this little satin one, and I thought this would be perfect for the edge of a page. I did create a lot of longer and wider ones in the pink pack, but I had some people say they would like some shorter ones, they would like some narrower ones. So I've given you a variety in this pack. And these are all, I don't know if you can tell, they're all zigzag stitched. But I still recommend, if you're cutting them on the longer ones, just put a little dab of glue on the end, just so they don't unravel. So this one is going to be right at 9 inches. And I love the satin. It's so beautiful. Very shimmery. So that's a shorter one. Then we have another pleated ruffle. And this has got some beautiful shimmer to it. I hope you can see that shimmer. It's absolutely gorgeous. And there again, zigzag stitched. On some of these, I did leave the selvage end. Since we're calling it a shabby ruffle pack, I wanted some of it to look a little shabby. So we did that. If you don't like that look, just trim the little end off and it will be fine. So this one's right at a foot, right at 12 inches. Maybe I'll just leave that right there so we don't have to keep moving it. So that's a pretty one. And there again, that one's nice and flat, so it won't add a lot of bulk. Now here's a beautiful shabby one. And I did trim some of the crazy long frays off, but I've left some of the shorter ones for those of you that like the shabby frayed look. If you don't like that, you can just trim them. And this is that beautiful fluid. It's like a golden satin. It's just absolutely beautiful. And this one, let's see, we've got 12, and 7 and 8. So about 20 inches on that one. That one's beautiful. I love that. So, so pretty. And then we have a beautiful tulle. It's well, it's more of a netting than a tulle, I guess. It's like a pretty beige netting with some gold fleck in it. And this is beautiful as well. And there we've got about 12, oh, about 16 inches. So beautiful. And there again, this one has some texture to it, but it's also flat enough that it won't add bulk if you're putting it in a book. And then we've got, oops, I thought I threw that on the floor. We've got another shabby satin in a white. Now this one, I've got a couple white satins. This one has a little texture to it. I don't know, hopefully the camera will pick that up. But you've got a little texture. Again, I left the selvage end so it looks nice and shabby. If you don't like that, you just snip that end off. That's perfectly fine. And then this one too, even though it's longer and ruffled, it's very lightweight satin, so it does not add a ton of bulk in your journals. And if you'll excuse me, I'm fighting allergies today. We are full-blown allergy season out here, so my voice is a little gravelly. So let's see, we're at 12 there. I could just play with this satin all day. And another 12, so just about 24 inches on that one. And then let's see, what do we want to do? Here's another pleated ruffle. And this was a vintage curtain that I cut up, and I did the pleated ruffle. And that one is 12 and 16, so about 18 inches. That one's super pretty too. Well, I could say pretty for everyone. I love them all. So here is another of the white satins, and this one does not have texture. This one is rather smooth, and it is so fluid and just shimmery and gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I love these scrunchy ruffles. I just think they're so shabby and pretty. So there is 12, 24, about 26.5 inches. So you've got a good piece on that one. That can be cut and used on several different projects. And we've got another pleated, and this was out of a curtain. There again, I was trimming some of these little frays off of it. That was out of a shower curtain, actually. And that one is right at 12 inches. These pleated ones are nice for a more refined look if you're wanting something really elegant or really tailored. I think these look really pretty, whereas the scrunchy ones are kind of a more shabby chic look. This one is beautiful. This one was out of a curtain as well. And I love this color. Look how pretty this looks with the vintage tones. Absolutely beautiful. So we've got 12 and about 8, so about 20 inches on that one. So you're getting a nice good length. They look beautiful doubled up. You could use them, put them around an image like a frame on your journal cover. That would be so pretty. And then here is another, this is a different white satin. And this is another scrunchy one. This one had a little bit of a more matte finish. The other ones were more shimmery. So pretty. I just love them. I could play with this satin all day long. It's so gorgeous. This is another nice long piece. So we've got 12, 24, and 6. So you've got about 30 inches on that one. So that's a nice long one. And then this one is so fun. I love this beautiful muted print. It is so soft and it frays just beautifully. This was a bed sheet. that I got at a garage sale. And I got the whole set. It was a king size set, and I got both pieces because I thought it would make wonderful ruffles. It'll make beautiful linings to my shabby drawstring bags that I like to make. It would make a beautiful book cover and layer laces or doilies or something over the top. But the feel of this is so, so soft. I just love it. So we've got 12 there and another 7, so about 19, almost 20. So beautiful. And then here is another pleated one, and this was out of some lace fabric. I absolutely love that. It's got the pretty little end there. Oops, I need to snip that thread. All of these will be trimmed nicely when you receive them in your pack. So there is 12, about 15, almost 16 inches, let's say. And there again, that one's nice and flat. That'll go nicely on the edge of a page. And then this one is a fun one. Oh my goodness. This is some fabric that I got at an estate sale a while back, and I got a huge roll of it. And I think it's like 96 inches wide. And it is so sheer, and it ravels, like unravels, quite easily. So what I did, let's see, it's got ribbons all through this sheer organza. And what I did is I just trimmed along a couple of the ribbons and I ruffled it up, and I think it looks so beautiful. Look at how pretty that is with that satin one in the middle and then the wider ones on the side. I think it is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And if you like this fabric, shoot me a message. I've got plenty of it to share. So this one is going to be 12. And about another 9. So let's see, what is that, 21? So another nice long piece. And then we have this, and this was made for my sweet friend Rose. She requested a ruffle that was kind of sheared on one end and longer on the next. So I created this one for her, and it turned out so pretty that I decided to put some in each of the packs. And I just love that. Look at how pretty that will be on the edge of something. So you have your little bit of flounce right there. You've got your ruffle here. You could even put a satin ribbon down the side, or a strand of pearls would be beautiful. Let's see, do I have any pearls laying here? I think that, hey. There's a Luca. There's my boy. So there's a little strand. You can see how pretty that would be in the middle of that little seam down there. Wouldn't that be beautiful? So lots of fun things to do with those. And Rose, if you're watching, I will be making more of these as soon as I find the right kind of laces and fabrics to do. So thank you for that suggestion. I love that. So that one is going to be 12 and another 5, so 17 on that one. And then we have this one, and this is a piece of vintage lace, and I did that same idea. Oh, I've got some little tails. I did that same idea where I just sheared it on the one edge, so you have the little ruffle on the one edge and the wider ruffle on the other. So that would be like that. I love this vintage lace. It's so pretty. It's a little bit stiff. It does take dye well, so I've tea dyed and I've coffee dyed this, and it does soften up a little bit, but it is pretty. And even though it's stiff, it's still pliable, so you can, you know, you can flatten it out on the edge of a page. But I like how it gives it some texture and some fluidity to it. So this is a nice big piece. This one started out as 2 yards. So that's 12, 24, and another 8. So you've got 32 inches right there. So that's a beautiful one. And then we've got it all tied up with a beautiful length of tulle. You cannot beat a tulle ruffle. I just think they are so yummy. So that ties up the bundle, and this one is going to be about 12, about 24, about 26 inches. So let's count. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, stretch, and 17. So 17 ruffles in this pack, and they are going to be the same price as the last pack. There are $48 shipped. I have multiple packs available, and they will be in my Ko-fi shop. And like the last time, I packaged them with what I thought was something super cute. So I worked on some new packaging for these, and I want to surprise you all, so I don't want to show you that. But I think the packaging is part of the fun of making all of these. So there you are. There's your Shabby Neutral Ruffle Bundle. 17 ruffles, and you know there'll be extra goodies. And then you get the pretty sweet little tag, Maison de Rouge. I just think that's adorable. I created this tag myself in my editing program, and then I printed this on muslin and then sewed it on the back of layers of pretty lace. So that will be on there. And then I did something unexpected. And this is going to cause a stir, I'm sure. But playing around with the packaging, I wanted something pretty to wrap it up with. And I started playing in my editing program with some images. And I fooled around long enough that I accidentally created a digital pack to go with the ruffle pack. So I had no intention of doing this. I didn't intend to do digitals ever. It was not my thing, but this just sort of happened. So I'm just rolling with it. I think it's a fun addition. It's not something I plan on doing lots of, but I think with the ruffles, let's get our ruffle bundle over here. With our beautiful ruffles, look at how pretty that is. I just think it goes so lovely with that. So I'll show you a few of the pages. There's that one, this one. I think I've got about, I went a little overboard trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I think I've got about 50 pages in all, and I created a little ephemera set to go with it. That one. Some are more busy, some are more plain. I love this vintagey feel. Look at that one. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh my goodness, I had so much fun. I didn't think I would like this, but it was fun. And wait till you see the packaging that I've come up with. I think it's darling. There's some with some lace. I'm obsessed with vintage books, as some of you may know, so you'll see a lot of the vintage book page in there. Here's a more plain. That will look beautiful. Let's see. Look at that with, let's see, where's our little ruffle? Oh, we could use this one. This one would be beautiful. Look at how pretty that would look on the edge of that page. How gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I just love it. So we've got that one, this one. This one is another favorite. I just love this little swirly ruffle and all the layers and the beautiful satin ribbon on the book page. I love these tones of bluish grays in there. So, so pretty. Let's see, I've got two here. There we go. And this one, oh my goodness, this one's so yummy. Look at the beautiful roses with the ruffles and the lace. I just love that. And then this one. So beautiful. I really surprised myself. I didn't intend to do this at all, but here it is. That one. Look at how beautiful those ruffles just swag down. So pretty. I could see these prints mixed in with vintage book page, with coffee or tea dyed pages, even a pretty avocado dye to add a little touch of pink, break up the golds and the neutrals. This one, gorgeous. Just love it. This one. And then I got on this roll and I thought, for those of you that had the pink ruffle pack, I do have one pink pack available. I made a couple extra, a couple of them have been sold, so there is going to be one more that will be in the Ko-fi shop. But to go along with this idea, I did make another few pages in pink with some pink touches. So this is one of those. So I hope you like this. Again, it's the Maison de Rouge. Maison. Let's see, where's my little tag? Oh, I need somebody who speaks French. Maison de Rouge, House of Ruffles. So those will be going in my Ko-fi shop this afternoon. I have to take pictures of everything and I will be uploading them. And also, I have to figure out how to put these little goodies in there. So that's just for fun. Don't want to cause an uproar in the digital community, but it just happened, and you know what? We're all here to create pretty things, so we're just going to have fun with it. So there is that. And then I'd like to share with you a couple other things that will be going in the Ko-fi shop. I've got this little shabby heart that I made. It's on a beautiful beaded little hanger there. It's got all the layers of the appliques and little tulle and beautiful pearls. These pearls are vintage in there, and I hand sewed those on there. And then I made this beautiful tassel to go with. It's got some little pearls in there and all the beautiful laces. Beautiful pearl bead there. And then the back, I used a piece of an applique. Boy, my sunlight's coming in here, isn't it? I used a piece of an applique on the back. And then there it is on the front. So that will be going in the shop. And I have got a couple bags that have sachets. Here's one. This is a neutral, pretty neutral one. Again, I printed an image on muslin right here, and I appliqued it all up and collaged laces and appliques, sewed some more of the vintage pearls on there. I've got a little piece of sari there on a sweet little jeweled slide. And then this is on white satin, and it's covered with this beautiful netted fabric. And then I made the topper right here out of the fabric that I made this ruffle out of. So you can kind of see how that fabric looks. And I liked that because you can see through it, and then you can see the pretty lace woven through. And then on the back, I left it plain so you could see this beautiful netted fabric. And then inside, it's lined with that fabric from this ruffle here. I think it's so pretty. And that will have the set of sachets. However, I didn't grab them off my shelf, so that will include the sachets. And then this one, I do have the sachets inside. This one was pink, little touches of pink. It's on white satin with a lace overlay. Again, I printed, let's get those out of there so we can see the bag. I printed, again, this beautiful shabby heart on muslin, and then took snippets of appliques all over. Here's some little ruffles of lace, a little tea-dyed satin flower. This little pin comes off, so you can use that elsewhere. And again, I used a sheer dotted pink Swiss fabric so you can kind of see the lace, this beautiful shimmery lace tie. And on the ends of the tie, I put some little jewels. And then on the back, again, plain, so you can see all the beautiful fabrics and the shimmery lace. And then on the inside, this one is lined with that beautiful dotted pink Swiss. So that is the bag. And then to go along with it is this sweet little pack of sachets. And they are filled with lavender. So this just smells yummy, and I've got it all sealed up so the smell won't go away. And I included an extra little vial of essential oils in lavender. So if you diffuse, you can add that to your diffuser. And they're all just a little bit different with the beautiful appliques on there, some lace detail on satin, different shapes. They're just stuffed full of the lavender, so they just smell divine. This one has beautiful lace over here with the little applique, and then the larger piece of the applique on that side. And then this one is a little square one, and this one is very sheer. You can kind of see the lavender, so it's very fragrant. It's got the applique overlay on the satin fabric. And, oops, did I stick it closed? I did. And then this one, another beautiful little little bundle. So sweet. I just love them. They make such a wonderful little hostess gift, or little birthday gift, or for the bride for her trousseau. Here's your little vial of lavender, 10 milliliters of lavender. It's 100% lavender essential oil. So that will go along with it. So there's the five little sachets, the lavender, and then the beautiful bag. So that is that set. And then lastly, I'm going to go ahead and take this out of my Etsy and put this in the Ko-fi. For some reason, I think it's because I can offer a little better price in the Ko-fi, but things seem to be moving better in the Ko-fi. I will still have my Etsy, but if it doesn't sell in Etsy, after a while, I'll move it down into the Ko-fi. And always, if you see something that you like and you want to direct message me, I can always do a little better on pricing directly, because I'm not paying the fees in either shop. So this is a beautiful boho bag that I made. It has detachable pins all over it. It's got buttons, little jewel buttons that you can remove and use elsewhere if you so wish. I made this out of cotton canvas, and I lined it with muslin, so it's beautiful inside as well as outside. I used a coffee dyed applique there and a little vintage heart doily. I don't know if this will pick up, but the strap has beautiful decorative stitching on it on both sides, and then along the inside here as well. And this one I did do a pocket in, so you've got a little pocket for your cell phone or your keys, what have you. And that has the decorative stitching on the across the top of it to match as well. And then, as you can see, it's got the beautiful lace overlay appliques on there, little details here and there. And then on the back, I've left it plain so you can see the beautiful lace. And then we've got the boho dangles on the bottom, which just makes it so fun. So that will be in the Ko-fi as well. So just a little shop share with you. But it's all about these beautiful ruffles. Oh my heavens, y'all. I had so much fun making these. I will be doing more of these in the future, I'm sure. I'll think of some other themes to do. Maybe we'll do a coffee or tea dyed set at some point. I do have to get on a few other projects and put that sewing machine away for a minute, but I will be back with more ruffles eventually. But these, again, they are going to be $48 shipped. They'll be in my Ko-fi. I'll get the little digital pack up there as well. And I just hope you enjoy it. I thank you all so much for watching. I thank all of my subscribers, and those of you who are new, welcome. And I just want to quickly say that your likes and your comments mean the world to me. I just love doing what I do. It brings me joy. It's just a form of therapy, I think, for a lot of us. We love to just play and excuse me, create. And I just am so grateful for all of you who have been so supportive of both my shops and of me and my craft and my growth in the crafty community. So thank you all so much. And thank you even to the ones of you who give me the thumbs down on my videos. That happens from time to time. And I would say I appreciate you stopping by and giving it a chance. If it's not for you, that's fine. And I've got multiple thumbs down all of a sudden. So I thank you all for stopping by. That means a lot to me. Even though it might not be your cup of tea, you're giving it a chance. So thank you. I do appreciate that. So thank you all. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I hope you return to see what's next on my crafty calendar, and just have the most blessed day ever. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye now.